Welcome back. I do apologize. Tonight we're going to be talking to Valant Grammary about the faithful child. I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent.
Yes, he made my attorney's badge disappear and he never even touched it.
Glory's spotlight always leaves someone weeping in the shadows. Yet his very disappearance is itself a revelation.
Revealing what?
Zach Grammary killed Magnify. It's as good as a signed confession.
That's certainly been public opinion's take on it.
I grew tired of my cage. And the time of my release is near. I must go and prepare.
Planning on jumping back into the magic right away.
As long as an audience waits with bated breath, there will be Valant. And also,
Yes?
now that my partner has disappeared, Magnify's repertoire is mine. Valant Grammary has a tradition to uphold.
Is that true?
Seen in this light, the trial was quite good to me, verdict or no. And you can't pay for that kind of publicity.
The suspicion on you hasn't lifted entirely, Valant. After all, you received one of those letters too. You were just as obligated to follow Magnify's instructions as your partner.
So it was. But only Zach Grammary followed them. Let us not speak any more of who shot what. Now that my partner has vanished, the question is moot.
I'm more interested in learning something else, actually.
What might that be?
I want to know what Magnify had up his sleeve. How could he coerce you and your partner to kill him?
The trick up his sleeve. Perhaps you do not know.
Know what?
A great magician never reveals his secrets.
Jesus. I didn't think it would be that easy.
The audience must remain forever in the audience, bathing in the reflected glow of the spotlight.
I'm flying by the seat of my pants on this one. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. And that's what I'm going to find. To ask someone to take a life, even one not long for this world. That's asking someone to commit murder.
Yes, our mentor was fond of dramatic moves and dramatic finales.
And he got his wish. His life was taken.
What?
What weakness could be so powerful as to coerce someone into committing murder?
Excuse me.
My guess it was a matter of life or death.
Care to explain?
Your troupe lives in a world of showmanship. The flashier, the better. And flashy so often means danger, doesn't it?
Let us make this as painless as possible. If you have proof of this danger, then show it.
Oh, the danger of magic?
Yeah.
A gun. Take that!
Why? That's one of ours.
Specially designed for your show, I gather. A single bullet. One shot.
What are you suggesting? We are magicians, Mr. Wright, not murderers.
I'm not crying murder, Mr. Valant. I'm crying something far more tragic. An accident.
Zach and Valant's quick draw shootout. How long has it been since those shots were last heard?
Was the shoot-'em canceled because someone might get hurt?
Of course. What other reason could there be?
Well, it could have been canceled because someone has already been hurt.
Fascinating, my Faustian fortune friend. But tell me, what can you prove with a single pistol?
Well, tell me what would have happened if there had been an accident. What if one of your bullets took a life on stage?
The performance of magic is not concerned with what-ifs. It is concerned with precision. Precisely whom do you claim we shot?
Looks like I've chosen the right path. Let's just hope he walks it with me. A life was sacrificed so that the show might go on. And this shows who it was. It was Grammar Yee.
Which one?
Zach Grammar Yee. Valant, of course, Grammar Yee.
He's right there.
Yeah, what's his name? It's Valant. No, what's his name? Chuck.
Chuck.
Paul? Bruce. Zach.
Zach is... He's fine.
Tina. I forget. What? Go to the characters. What's his name again?
Fuck! That was the wrong thing! I would if I may.
Yeah, his name's Valant.
You're talking about him?
Yeah.
That he got shot?
No.
Does he look like he's been shot?
No. Oh, who got shot?
Yeah, who got shot?
Oh, shit. I thought it was who did it.
No!
Who got shot?
Who got shot?
Oh, well, he's shot and killed, right? The guy got shot and killed?
When they were in the hospital, they weren't doing a magic act. This is before that.
Oh, before that.
This is the reason why Magnifi coerced them into killing him.
Who did get shot? Oh, yeah, someone close to him died, right?
Yeah, who?
His daughter, wife, husband, son. Husband? His husband. Go to the characters. I need a refresher.
I can't look at the characters, but...
You can't?
You're very close. So you're saying Magnifi's child? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Trucy. Oh, Trucy's mom. Right.
But that's...
What was her name again?
Thalassa.
What? Thalassa.
Yeah.
That's right. That was the last thing that was going through my mind. Thalassa thing that I thought of.
Oh my...
Zach Grammar-Yee's wife and Trucy's mother. Thalassa, I believe was her name. Jesus Christ, he's dirty.
But how could you say this? How could you say she was struck by one of our bullets?
Still in denial mode, eh? Thalassa was at the greatest risk of being shot. And this clearly shows just how much danger she was in. I believe we have a picture of her being in the middle of two guns.
This is close enough. But you're right.
Troop Grammar-Yee's performances were very, very popular. So popular, they even made a commemorative stamp at the height of your fame.
We were not merely the latest craze. We were an age. A golden age.
It's all here on this stamp. There's Thalassa, yes? Trucy's mother is missing, I hear. What happened to her?
I don't know!
Part of his memory is still locked up.
There was one thing you were failing to address.
What's that?
As you say, our troop was a world unto itself. If our leader, Magnifi, was so inclined, he could hide anything he wished with ease. But, Mr. Wright, then he would have hid a crime, making him an accomplice, not a great foundation for blackmail.
Valant's got a point. If one of the troop members died in an accident and Magnifi covered it up, his innocence would come into question.
Found the right address, Mr. Wright.
So close. There has to be something. But how Thalassa's death could affect Zach and Valant's relationship with Magnifi.
I see it in your eyes. You
still
still have something to say.
I can read it right out of his brain.
How could you possibly prove more than you have already have?
I'll prove why Thalassa's accident tied your hands so completely. With a person. It's going to take a little knowledge of the players to crack this one like a nut. The accidental death of Zach's wife tied both your hands. And this information proves why Magnifi held so much power over you. It's because of Trucy.
No.
Oh yeah, that was just a joke. It's because of the forger... What? This information like Magnifi held so much power specifically over Zach and Valant. Well, because Zach is Trucy's father.
It has nothing to do with Trucy.
Because Valant was in love with Thalassa. And
No.
and Valant is actually Trucy's father.
No.
Why held so much power over you? She had a secret. There's gotta be some sort of secret.
No. Because I already told you this.
Oh. Well, it's a secret again. It turned back into a
It
secret.
turned back into a secret because you forgot something I told you 2 minutes ago.
It's Manglefield's own power.
Yeah.
Oh, because he sent 2 letters out.
Well, yeah, but the power is why they listened to him.
They listened to him because they wanted to inherit Troop Grammary.
That's one part of it, but
Because they wanted to please him. They want to have a kick-ass mustache like him.
okay. So, what happened
He was dying and he sent a letter.
before?
Oh, before. Troop Grammary, man, they were killing it. And Magnifi wasn't really in the picture that much because he's old and decrepit.
No, he was, but still.
And well, what did happen? Oh, well, something went wrong. The last got shot.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, they both feel guilty. They felt guilty for shooting her.
Okay. But why are they afraid of Magnifi?
Because Magnifi knows.
No.
Magnifi covered it up.
No. Yes, but no.
Magnifi asked him to shoot her.
No.
Because Magnifi...
You're overthinking this because it's literally on the screen.
Who's his mother and daughter of Magnifi Grammar? Whereabouts currently know because she's missing. Because it's his daughter.
Because it's his daughter.
That's all?
Yes.
See, sometimes this game is too simple and I can't wrap my head around.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
What the fuck?
Hold on. Ah. I had to choose. I had to choose. I had to choose Thalassa. Fuck. I thought it was Magnifi, but no, it's Thalassa because it says Magnifi's daughter. That's right. That's right.
Oh.
God damn it.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, oh,
Oh. Oh.
I suck your blade.
Blood.
Blood.
Okay. With the person. Ba 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 ba.
It wasn't a question of who shot Thalassa. Thalassa herself was the problem.
What do you mean?
She was Zach Grammy's wife, Trucy's mother, and Magnifi Grammy's only daughter. There was a terrible accident, and the 2 of you killed your mentor's only daughter. If that wasn't the key to Magnifi's power over you, I don't know what was!
It was an accident! There's no proof. None at all!
But Thalassa went missing, and your mentor blackmailed both of his disciples. It doesn't take a genius to put 1 and 1 together.
Ours was a complex family.
You mean Troop Grammary?
The Master Magnifi Grammary, his only daughter, and his 2 disciples.
That does sound like a recipe for disaster, doesn't it?
Do not be tempted into faulty flights of fancy. Yes, there was an accident,
Jesus.
but that's all it was. An accident. Zack and Valant tore the force. The guns blaze, the bullets fly, straight toward that beautiful body on stage. And then crash, zing, pow, into everything but her. Now that is magic. It happened one day we were practicing. Same trick with a new twist. And tragedy. But as for whose bullets stole Thalassa's life, we shall never know the answer. The lass had disappeared from our lives, and Zack was bereft of his wife. Juicy lost her mother, and Magnifi, his daughter.
And that led to blackmail, I take it.
It is all part and parcel of the darkness that comes when the curtain falls.
Did Magnifi Grammar try to cover up the accident? It was his own daughter who died.
All I can say is, it was a critical time for Troop Grammary, a passing of the torch from Magnifi to Zack and Valant. We all sacrificed so that it might be a success. The lass's death was the greatest sacrifice of all. Yet, even when her life was extinguished, her presence was not.
What do you mean?
In time, we, myself and Zack, found we could no longer oppose Magnifi's wishes. Magnifi forced us to perform his art for his benefit.
I see. I guess I can understand. I mean, he did lose his only daughter.
But do you not find cowardice in his actions?
Huh?
To hide the truth of your own daughter's death is one thing, but then to hang that death as a guillotine above our heads?
Things were dark behind the scenes of Troop Grammar, that's for sure. Does Trucy know?
She was not told. Naturally. Who would want to know that their father might have taken their mother's life?
True.
I had not thought of that accident for a very long time.
Sorry to dredge up old memories, but this has helped a lot.
Not to find Magnifi Slayer, I should think.
True.
After that accident, there was one who came sniffing quite persistently.
A reporter?
He called himself a newsman at the time. Often I spied him lurking about the dressing room doing his research.
Do you happen to remember his name?
What was his name? Sorry, I have forgotten. But in the course of it interviewing, he became quite close to my partner, Zack. I liked him not.
I see.
His name, I do not recall, but his scent, the cloying aroma of mint. Yes, whenever he smiled, which was far too often. Where is he?
I see. Thanks for your help.
It does no good to interfere with the past, Mr. Wright. You will not uncover answers, only wounds.
I'm sorry. I began to notice a dark curtain hanging over Troop Grammar. I began to realize what I had to do. I had to protect Trucy from that darkness. The reporter he mentioned. The newsman? Never learned who that was at the time. Though I've got a pretty good idea who it is now. That smile, and the sickly sweet smell of mint. The last floss thin thread connecting Zack Grammar to this world. Sooner or later, I'd have to track him down.
Oh, okay.
What do we have here, huh?
This is Curtin Phoenix.
Oh. Remember me? Oh, of course I remember you, huh? Journalist makes ex attorney and barring quota, huh? I ask you what you're doing here? Mr. Mission was poisoned, and his daughters. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, how I know. Yes, It's caused me no end of grief, to be honest. No, journalist wishes he'd break down case just a little quicker, and quote, You the one on the trail of this case the whole time? Oh, Zach Grammar was a good friend, Zach said something to that effect back at the Borscht Bowl Club. What a character, what a man. If a little, no, a lot, no, extremely rough around the edges, I think I could ask you a few questions. Oh, you serious? I mean, I'm usually the interviewer, no interviewee, Journalists ask questions no other way around, end quote, Fine, shoot, I don't care. People have been asking me all sorts of things lately. It was tragic what happened to Drew Misham and his daughter. Forgery is a serious crime and they paid that price, You know what they really did to them and they did them in though, don't you? Yes. A forged diary page. The night I interviewed him, I found out something about Mr. Misham I hadn't known. What's that? What's that? You know, he always felt like he was being watched. Every day for 7 years, walls have ears, potatoes have eyes, end quote, Being watched? You mean he felt guilty? No, I'm not talking about feelings here. You know I felt watched too. The whole time I've been on this case, no less. Journalist gets tingling sensation on back of neck, freaks out, end quote, Because you felt guilty. Why would I feel guilty? You felt like you were being watched, huh? I wonder what it all means. Drew Misham felt like he was being watched. You along with him. You sure it wasn't just nerves? Nerves? No, it's nothing so mundane. I stopped paying attention to my nerves a long time ago. But I felt it too. Journalist, sure he is being watched. He sure is, end quote, Don't you wonder why Zach Grammar you got rubbed out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me. He completely vanishes from that courtroom. Then for 7 years he talks to no one, not a soul. Then just as the remaining time was almost up, he contacts me in order to have this made. And then he dies.
That's the transfer of rights. To go get that papers to transfer of rights from him to Juicy. That's what that is.
Oh, gotcha. Starting to put the pieces together, are we? And you were being watched this whole time. Maybe not just me, maybe you were too. Me? I met Zach through that case, actually. You mean the shooting of Magnifique Grammar? No, before that, it's not widely known. You mean the accident? During the quick draw shooting practice? My, you're well informed. You should have seen me back then. I dug up quite the scoop. I wanted it all. Money, fame, women, a little puppy. All for me. Woof. I was younger then. And my days and nights smelled of fresher mint than they do now. Valant Grammar did mention one particularly nosy reporter. In fact, I was on close speaking terms with Magnifique Grammar at the time. I knew his daughter too, of course. Thalassa was it? Thalassa. Really? Then Thalassa disappeared quite suddenly at that. And Magnifique wouldn't say a word about it. Yeah, my evil habit got the better of me. Journalist catches scent of a scoop, goes on feeding frenzy, end quote. I set up a one-on-one interview with Thalassa's husband. Zach Grammar. Something strange was in the air over at Troop Grammar in those days. The all screwy mentor controlling disciple scene started by then, I'm guessing. Thalassa was part of it, all right. Yeah, man, you can't tell me off the record. Sorry, I don't know. Anyway, I kept trying and eventually became friends with Zach. Sure, he punched me once or twice or 5 times, but over time he came to see me as his confidant. He's been waiting this whole time, 7 years. Waiting for his big comeback, of course. A big revival of the Magnifi miracle. Of course, it was all a dream. Because of this, the performance rights. In the absence of any official documents, he was hauled in. Who's to say the old man doesn't give his rights to both Zach and Valant? So Valant waited until Zach died. Legally, at least. That time finally comes and Valant's like a kid on Christmas morning. He's getting ready for a show at the Sunshine Coliseum, you know. That document sees the legal flight of day. It's gonna put a bit of a damper on the big show. He's a sorry one, that Valant Grammar. Lost out to his partner at work and in love too. Love. It's the same old story, really. 2 disciples and their mentor's only daughter. One has 3 sides and all of them pointy. A love triangle. That is pretty classic. When you're in a performing troupe, that's your world. It's like family. One with an entire high school's worth of drama, intrigue, and backstabbing. In the middle of all this, Lassa has Trucy. And then she dies.
Trucy's dead!
I need to find out more about this Lassa. Mr. Brushel? Do you know this person? Ooh, I know that person, of course. I was friends with Zach after all. He hit me a few times. 5 times, actually, 5 times, but still, I never forget his wife. The Lassa Grammar. Magnifi Grammy's only daughter. Do you think you could tell me more fucking hell.
Oh my god, dude.
Do you think you could tell me more about her? Wow, why the heck not? So the Lassa married Zach and Aunt Trucy, see? It was her second marriage, actually. You mean she was divorced? I hadn't heard this one before. Not quite. Her late husband was a performer, too. Apparently he died during some gig. Tragic, really. They had only been married 1 year. Didn't know. But she was a beauty. I still carry a portrait photo of her around, you know. I've known Trucy since she was a little thing, too. She got that better deal, really. She's got you for family, after all. What do you mean? Just reminiscing, you know. The Lassa has another child besides Trucy, end quote. What? But Trucy said she was an only child. Yes, this one she had with her previous husband. Her previous husband. First husband who died during the performance. Yep, they had themselves a kid. Another orphan now. That's another one who slipped through the cracks. No idea where they are now. Must have had another child. Do you think I could borrow that photo? Sure, I can be generous on occasion, you know.
Thalassa, portrait of Thalassa, photo of a young Thalassa, Trucy's mother.
I don't need this locket anymore. Better return it to Trucy before I forget. People and events all get tangled together and get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, don't you think? I was too busy wondering about bigger to listen to what you were saying. Sometimes you just gotta accept that you won't be able to untangle it all, I think. Maybe so. Still, I have to do what I can. And I have to tell what I find to those who come next. Next, you say? I'm not the one who will close the curtain on this little play. apparently that's not my role anymore. Magnifi. I was just wondering what Magnifi would think of all this. What do you mean? Haven't you seen it in Trucy? She's got this power.
His power.
She's got his power. You mean how I can't lie with Trucy? It was the same with Magnifi. And with his daughter, Thalassa. Strange thing. You get some grammar, Eugene? Magnifi told me once back when Zag married Thalassa. He said Zag had good eyes. But not good like a Grammarye's eyes, not that good. I wonder if Zach ever played a game of poker with his wife. Who knows what the Grammarye secret was? Maybe nobody, now that Zach's gone. Zach Grammarye. The plot had finally begun to reveal itself. It sprouted from a warp in the Grammarye fabric and grew, swallowing everything, wrapping itself around the Grammarye's power.
Well,
The power which passed from Magnific Grammarye to Thalassa to the next generation. And I would once again need to meet the one who bridged it all together.
alright, we're gonna go back and to meet Zach Grammarye and thank you for watching this episode of Apologize to Make sure you like, subscribe, and up, and notify me up, which is
Every single day.
bye-bye.